What an explosive movie.
Hey, guys. Stop. Man, it's just a joke. It's just a poor joke.
Stinks!
What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be reviewing Oppenheimer, my most anticipated movie of this year, and boy, it did not disappoint. Cillian Murphy, to start this off, absolutely crushed the role as Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan directed a beautiful movie, and if I'm not mistaken, he did everything practical effects, no CGI, so hands off to Christopher Nolan, one of my favorite directors. Movie shot beautifully, as most Nolan films are. The pacing in this movie is pretty quick in typical Nolan fashion. You are jumping from scene to scene to scene in a very quick rate, which is good for this movie because there is a lot of exposition pretty much the whole movie. Oppenheimer talks about a bunch of mathematic equations, physics that gets very in-depth, very confusing if you don't understand physics. But it's done in a very artistic way. Nolan will go in and out of Oppenheimer's mind, kind of show what Oppenheimer's thinking about. I thought that was very creative, well done. The cast in this movie is an all-star studded cast. I mean, you have very well-known names in this movie. Might only have a couple minutes of screen time, and that's just a testament to how well Nolan directs his films and how everybody wanted to be a part of this film. Robert Downey Jr., this might be one of his best performances ever. There's so many names in here, I can't even remember them all off the top of my head. But the basic plot of this movie, if you don't know, is building the atomic bomb. Before World War II, we're trying to build it before the Germans can. Because the Germans get this bomb, the war is over. Who knows what would happen to the world if the Germans got the A-bomb first. So it goes into how Oppenheimer thinks of an idea for a bomb. Einstein's in this movie. And just goes overall how they built it, the Manhattan Project. It was so well done. I went and saw this movie in IMAX. This was actually my first IMAX experience ever. And boy, let me tell you, I was glad I saw it, especially the climax of the movie when the bomb gets built, the first test bomb goes off. Whew. I tell you folks, in the theater, you have to see this movie in the theater. The scene with it, with the bomb exploding, you feel the floor shake. You feel your whole body shaking from the explosion and the sound. So well done. There are some cons to this movie, however. With the pacing, there's also bits and pieces of this movie that interweave in and out, going through different time periods of the movie. There'll be flashbacks. And the way it's filmed, you don't realize they're flashbacks. While Oppenheimer is being interrogated by everybody, it can get a little confusing because there are a lot of name drops in this movie. And if you are not paying attention to every little word, every little detail in this movie, very easy to get confused. I know I spent a great deal after the movie with my fiance kind of explaining some of the plot points to her. And I can see where you're getting very confused very easily. Movies also at a 3-hour runtime. Not gonna lie, for a little bit I was getting a little antsy at the theater. I think they could have cut out some stuff, some of the interrogation scenes, some of the other character exposition and development in the movie, just to trim down the time a little bit. There are points in this movie where it feels like it could have ended, but they continue to go on and they talk about Oppenheimer's trial, and it's just parts of it is just alright, this is a little much. We could have stopped because 3-hour runtime, it's a long time to sit in the theater. Other than that, characters were great. Florence Pugh did a great job in her role in this movie, as she always does. She is becoming one of the top actresses in Hollywood, if you ask me. And there is a very infamous scene now that everybody is critiquing, and there's been a lot of backlash for it because, well, for one, there's boobs. 2, there's also the infamous quote that Oppenheimer says, "I have become death, destroyer of worlds." A lot of people don't like that. The way it was introduced in the scene with him and Florence Pugh, little weird, albeit, but overall, this movie was everything I was hoping for. Visuals, stunning. Character development, stunning. Cillian Murphy probably deserves awards for his portrayal in this movie. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of awards for this movie coming up. If you have the chance to go see this in theater, I'm letting you know, folks, this is one of the best movies experiences you will have. It is right up there with Top Gun Maverick for me. Absolutely enjoyed every bit of this movie. Would love to go see it again in theaters. Best believe This is one of those movies where you buy the steelbook because it was just so well done. Creativity. Like, this could have been a very boring movie. Could have been just sit down, exposition the whole time, not much going on. Very easy to get bored and taken out. Nolan, with his direction, the actors and actresses with their portrayals, and the effort they gave this movie, it's fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 9 out of 10. Definitely go watch it. Thanks for tuning in to Coda's Cove, everybody. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Comment below, what did you think of the movie Oppenheimer if you saw it? And as always, be a friend, tell a friend to come join the cove because the water is fine, baby. Peace and love.